Hi, Ike. Chuck from CamericaTV here.
Oh, hey, Chuck.
Is Toledo part of your hometown?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Born and bred until I was about 14, 15.
Oh, till you were 14 or 15?
Yeah, then I started going out to Detroit.
Oh, where did you go in Detroit?
Oh, that's Baker's Keyboard Lounge. I used to go up there and...
Oh, Baker's, yeah, in Livernois, yeah.
Yeah, all the jazz clubs and with everybody.
So
the
you,
Motown reviews.
were you playing when you were underage, really, then, huh?
Oh, yeah. But back then you did.
They didn't care. What years was this?
This was, let's see, 60. Well, actually, I started in Toledo with a group called the Soul Agents. It was two of my cousins, Paul Stubblefield and Victor Stubblefield and George Green. And we used to go through Detroit, Kalamazoo, Flint, that's where Wisconsin. But I did the Detroit thing because it was a lot of really, back in those days, everybody had to come through Toledo, right? From Chicago to Cleveland.
Oh, that's
Detroit.
Right. Toledo was this was it. Yeah.
So it was.
Yeah, they called this little Chicago.
Yeah.
At one time,
it was, really very musical.
To travel by car, train, bus, or?
Well, back then it was basically by car.
By car.
Yeah. Until I was about 17, and I went with B.B. King for a little bit when I was 17. Then I moved to London, England.
Oh, how long did you live in London?
That time I was only there about 3 years. I was with Eric Clapton and Rod Stewart.
Oh my goodness.
Then I moved to California for about 2 years with back in the Haight-Ashbury days. Jerry Garcia.
Oh yes.
All the, Butcher Flag, all those folks. I moved to Chicago. Gavin Christopher wrote for Chaka Khan, people like that. He's a percussionist.
Chicago's might be my favorite big city. How did you like it?
Well, back then it was a lot going on in Chicago. Well, back then every major city had a music scene, right? That's what created the whole American sound. Like Detroit had Motown, and Memphis had its sound.
Well, I worked at WJZZ right down the street from Hitsville there,
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they're gone now.
Yeah, well, I mean, everything changed, during right at the end of '69, when all the riots and stuff like that.
Yeah, 67, I was there during them. I was, smelled the smoke and saw the tanks and so scared. It was scary.
But Motown moved from Detroit around '69, mainly because Barry wanted to get into film stuff. Diana Ross was doing the City Blues. That's when actually all the contracts like Stevie and Marvin Gaye and all those people could actually write their own songs. That's when Stevie wrote Talking Book. Because in Motown in Detroit there was only 3 writers.
I didn't know that.
Everybody had to do their songs. Holly Bogle Holland and Smokey Robinson. They wrote all the songs in the 50s and 60s. All the Motown hits. There's only 3 writers.
So you played behind all of them, but did you always play Hammond B3?
No, back then I wasn't B3.
Yeah, that was.
They didn't have B3, and that sort of stuff till they moved to LA in 1970.
But that's kind of bulky equipment.
Well, I mean, you had people move it, and I have moved my share as a kid back then, but I was always in all kinds of music. Even back then, I rehearse with Motown Review, and they go to the east side of Detroit and sit in with Iggy Pop and MC5 and rock out with Stax Marshalls.
Yeah, Iggy Pop was big in Toledo.
Yeah, and then go to the jazz club and do the Jimmy Smith, Jack McDuff, kicking bass player with organ.
So you were, you were a teenager and you were hooking up with the people that nowadays are legends. Well, how did you feel about that?
They're just people.
They were just people?
Yeah, it was just what they did. I didn't think of them as any different than hanging out with you.
Oh, good, good.
I guess it's my Toledo upbringing.
So you mentioned that you just did a project with Willie Nelson for
just a fundraiser thing.
Fundraiser?
Yeah, raise money. But I'm more in the jam band scene with Widespread Panic and Southern Rock sort of stuff. I live in Atlanta.
Oh, you live in Atlanta?
Oh yeah. I've been there since '99.
Oh.
So I live all over.
You like that? It's your favorite city so far, you think?
It's definitely home. Yeah.
How often do you get up here? And you're
I've actually been home for about 12 years.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh good. Well,
And
well welcome
that,
home.
I was here for a little bit, for about 2 years, in 97, 98.
You wouldn't recognize the Toledo Zoo.
Oh really?
Oh, you wouldn't recognize it. It's just they have big savannas going from like here down to the red light with giraffes and
cool.
animals and zebras and
cool.
ostriches running around and zip lines over the top of it.
Wow.
The zoo is I don't know if you get a chance when you're here.
Well, I'm only here another day or so, and I have to wait for the hurricane to do its thing.
Yeah, I know.
Fly back to Atlanta. I'm on, it's actually my touring season, so I had a week, so I said, well, let me just come home.
So what are some of the places you've been and are going to in the recent times?
Well, let's see, I just did a run up to Chicago, Grand Rapids. Actually, these are all festivals.
Mm-hmm.
And Louisville, then I went back to Atlanta for a couple of days. I flew up here. And I go to Raleigh, North Carolina next week. And Houston, Austin, and Memphis.
How was life?
Back to Europe.
How's life on the road changed since you first started? Is it a lot easier now?
It's totally different these days. There's no music business like it used to be back in the day. It's totally different. Everybody's on the internet. Millennials don't get it. They're in their own world, which it's their world now. So it's changed. I just actually turned 65 June 7th.
Oh, you did?
So I'm an official, what do you call it?
A retiree or?
No.
You're a senior.
Yeah.
You can get 10% off all over the world.
We don't retire.
I know it. I'm the same thing. I'm in my late 70s and I'm still doing this. So
yeah, I mean, this is all I've ever done. I've never had a day gig. Never worked for anybody other than myself. 6 Grammys.
Anything in there? I told you my little story about Isaac Hayes. What? Any little stories in there you think that people would like to hear about?
Well, I could write 4 or 5 books.
You ought to. You ought to.
Well, I like people. I'm from the Midwest. I like people having their privacy. I don't like to talk too much about.
Oh, I didn't mean about people. I meant something personal that.
Well, people want to know these days. That's what they want to know.
Yeah, they want to know about other people.
They want to know the juicy stuff.
Oh well, this is. I'm not the hot. This is kind of the evergreen media. About 3 months from now, people will look at this and say, "Oh, that's interesting." It's not news, but it's interesting.
Well, it's easy to find out what I've done by just doing a Wikipedia or Google.
I did. I've read Wikipedia and I've looked at.
That's about just that much. You can't even go to the bathroom without hitting the internet these days. So, but it's just what I do. It's good to be home, back at Toledo, and
Good. How often do you think you're going to get? You think you'd be here to take 10 more years or so?
Who knows?
Oh, who knows, huh? So, do you do your own writing?
I have my own recording studio. I mean, I write. I just don't perform. I mean, I really never really enjoyed performing like that. Music's attached to everything, so I do commercials, I put songs in movies, I score movies, I teach, I speak at universities about music.
Well, what do you think you like? What are some of the things you like best? The whole mix of it, everything?
It's like cooking, you don't eat the same thing every day.
Well, me too. I mean, I'd like to whip it up.
Musicians will like ingredients, depending on what I'm going to cook, I'll use different, with everybody on the planet, depending on their flavor.
Probably one of the things I know you got to get playing, but is there something that you're older like me, is there something you'd like to maybe pass on to people that you've thought about, maybe either younger people or just people, something you found out, you've traveled the world, many people have never left Toledo?
Well, basically, every choice you make, there's nothing wrong with any choice that anybody ever makes. But there's always going to be a consequence to that choice. And that's somebody else's consequence to the choice you made.
Yes.
You know, and a lot of people won't make choices based off of somebody else's consequence.
Right.
And
that's
work
right.
That way.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, it never works that way. But it's nothing wrong with any choice you ever make, and it will lead to a consequence, which leads to a different choice.
Well, look at you. Look at all the choices that you've made during your life.
Well, you learn from those. That's what they're for. You know, it's okay to fail because you learn from that. And so you make a different choice, which the consequences will be different based off that choice. And there's nothing wrong with the choices that anybody makes. But you know, these days it's so easy for younger kids not to feel like they can. They're afraid to make decisions because of other people's consequences. So they Google, and you know, technology is great. You know, if you don't let it use you, but it's like a drug. You can't think of anybody that, you know, if you can't get up in the morning and without having a cup of coffee and you start, I can't move out my coffee.
Right.
Or people that are addicted to smoking cigarettes or drugs or anything. Technology is the same way.
Yeah. That's a good metaphor that the iPhone can be a drug, yeah.
If somebody sets their phone down, even us, we're addicted to it. You set the phone down and you go, where's my phone? And the anxiety of not knowing where that phone is.
Well, that's right.
Can freak.
It's like not having your car keys.
Right, exactly. But I mean, but you use it for information. You use it for. I mean, I can remember when I could rattle off phone numbers like that.
I don't even know a phone number.
Right.
I hardly know my own.
Right. But you know, but that's just the age we live in. You know?
Can you imagine
Like
that we traveled the world without a GPS at one time? All we had was a map and an instinct.
Well, that's the difference between our generation and the generation now. I mean, if the satellites in outer space shut down, they'd be lost because they depend on that drug, which is internet and everything else to know what to do. You know, survival skills would be zero. We grew up with not having all the
Yeah, we didn't have it,
Yeah, so we know how to make a fire or where not to go and, you know, stuff like that. So it's, but like I said, it's all about choice.
In music, we've had a tough time with jazz in Toledo.
Well, I mean,
don't know.
You know, this whole country is not like it used to be as far as the music culture. You know, there's only about a handful, like 2 or 3 major cities that still have that culture that had it back in the day, like New Orleans. If you go to New Orleans, it hasn't changed music culture ever.
Yeah, it's changed there. Changed in Detroit, in Chicago,
New York is New York. You can't compare that with any place. But you know, recession and stuff like that. I mean, people, you know, it's the fear factor. You know, and that's been going on since day one. You know, I mean, this country's only a little under 300 years old.
Yeah. We're infants.
We're infants, and so but the difference is that we were on steroids for 2 or 3 decades, or 50 years, or
yeah, in our lifetime,
70 years or so, and then all of a sudden, you know, we kind of like got so me.
It is me, yeah. Even kids little babies are saying me, mine.
But see, it's not their fault. This generation, the millennials, it's not their fault. It's the generation before them. that
you're
created
right.
them.
Yep.
Right? I mean, the internet didn't help, but it was all about. That's why they call it iPhone.
iPhone. It's I. That's a good line too. Yeah.
So
I'm going to see a organ player tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Do you familiar with a fellow named Rick Wakeman? He's with the musical group Yes.
I hung out with him back in the heyday.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, so did I.
I mean, in England.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I lived there 8 years.
Well, good. And John Anderson from Yes, and well, we're going to see them tomorrow. They're acquaintances of ours too, and we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction in Brooklyn a couple months ago, and then I'm in contact with them, and so they said, "Come on to the show." I said, "Okay, we'll show up." And my wife asked me today. She said, "Well, what's our schedule for tomorrow?" I said, "We're going to go see Ike Stubblefield tonight." She said, "We are?"
Okay.
Okay. Okay, anything else?
No.
Okay, good. Thanks. We're here at the Peacock Cafe. Thanks a lot, Ike. Yay!
Bye, see you, bye.